Michael, it's a pleasure to virtually see you again. Hope you're
Yeah.
well. Good. Good.
Oh yeah, yeah. I've met you before, right?
Of course, I've interviewed you several times,
Yeah. I mean,
but
it's literally
this is
like an inch big, so sometimes I can't tell, but I got it.
No, of course, of course. Good to see you again.
Good to see you.
Congrats on the film. It's such good fun, especially these days. I love to watch these films. They transport me elsewhere. But let's talk about Tom and Jerry and your relationship with the cartoons. I mean, I've definitely grown up watching them in Beirut. They were a big part of my life.
Yeah, same here. I watched them, and it's one of those things. Now that my brother and I are adults, I told him that I was going to do Tom and Jerry. He's like, "No way!" And immediately, all the memories, start flooding in of us rushing home because I think they played at 3:30 in the afternoon. We got home at 3:15, and we were hoping that the bus wasn't late. And we'd get home, we'd watch Tom and Jerry. It was great. And then we would have to do our homework. And so a lot of those memories come about. And I even like the ones, I don't know if they were in black and white, but I know that they were older. I think they were 1960, but they looked more vintage. And I feel like we like those even more just because it felt so old school, like vintage stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But there was
Absolutely. And as you mentioned, these are like 60-year-old characters, so their endurance is admirable. What do you think makes audiences continue to love them? I mean, my daughter watched it. She's 4. She's as fascinated as I was when I was 4.
Yeah, you know what? I don't know, and I think if anyone tells you they know, they don't, because if not, they would keep making other characters like Tom and Jerry. But there's something special about the cat and mouse dynamic, and especially Tom and Jerry, their personalities, they've changed a little bit over the years, but not by much. One of them still wants cheese and the other one wants to kill him, but never eats them, So I don't know. There's something special about it, but it's like, I don't know if it's ever going to be figured out. It's going to be one of the wonders of the world,
How excited were you to see the finished product? Because obviously the technology make them look so alive, but on set it's just you doing acting, which is invisible friends.
Right. Yeah. I mean, I was definitely excited, nervous a little bit. And, there's always that expectation because you never know what you're going to get. But I was excited for sure. And then I was able to see it with my son, and whether he knows it or not, I always watch him. And then when he started laughing, I don't know if he was laughing with me or if he was laughing at me, but as long as he was laughing, I felt like it was okay.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Oh, well, let's talk about the atmosphere on set. A lot of different actors with different comedic timings. It felt like a good atmosphere, good vibe kind of ensemble.
Yeah, it did. She's so funny. She's really, really funny in a very wholesome, cool way. And then Ken, he got me a couple times where I remember he did something and I was like, oh, I kept messing it up because I wasn't like laughing. It was more when you try to restrain yourself from laughing that you mess it up even more. And he would just go, and he's the funniest person when he's angry, and his characters are angry. Which is a skill because not everybody can do that. But it was, I don't know what, there was one scene where I just couldn't stop laughing, where almost everybody, it could have been on a Friday too. And, the guy's holding the microphone, the boom, and he's like, come on, man, just get it. And I'm like, I'm so sorry. But I was able to get through it and we were able to make a movie.
Yeah, absolutely. A fun movie as well. What are your expectations for it in the context, of everybody being in a bit of a gloomy mood in the past year because of, staying at home in the pandemic? Films like this, they kind of, give you a nice escapist way.
Yeah, I think so. I really do. There's reasons to do, it's almost like sometimes you do movies for yourself, like I love doing dramas and stuff because I love independent film. Like that's for some reason I really enjoy those kind of stories, and and a dark look at humanity and look at,
Mm.
you know, that kind of story. I just love those kind of stories. But then now that I'm a dad, I definitely know that there's a need for those kind of films, you know, and he enjoys those kind of movies. And so
Mm.
I, as you know, I've recently started doing these kind of movies. Not very many, but like I think they're going to change in a little bit because I think he's hitting puberty, and so I don't know what I'm going to do next. Hopefully they have some. They start shooting like the Stranger Things, and they need an extra.